Over Christmas, we had a new experience at Skookum House. 2 generations under the same roof. Here's what happened. Family of 4, 3 siblings, 14, 4, and 2, and the 4-month-old baby of the eldest sibling. So it was actually a baby, her mother, and an aunt and uncle, except that the aunt and uncle were toddlers. Never had that before. We've had big families. We've had families with unexpected configurations. We've never had 2 generations at Skookum House like that, and over Christmas, no less. Whew. When I arrived for my shift, there were 2 volunteers and 1 Skookum staffer there already. The staffer was helping the 14-year-old with her baby. They were just winding down for the night. So it was just a matter of keeping the other 2, quiet enough to let the baby fall asleep. The toddlers were not ready to sleep yet. They had been watching a movie at some point. That's a very common Skookum House tactic to move gently toward bedtime. But they lost interest, and so they were doing a lap. From the living room, they would run up the stairs into their bedrooms and, jump on the beds a few times, and then they'd hop down and then run into the bathroom, twirl, run back down the stairs and into the kitchen, twirl, back out into the living room, and then kind of like face plant, like collapse onto the couch in laughter, get up and do it again. It's very common. If you volunteered at Skookum House, you've seen the lap. Lots of kids do their own version of it. It's cute, but if you have any hope of getting the baby to sleep, or these 2 to sleep ever, you've gotta stop the lap. Now, my usual trick here is to make the lap gradually smaller. I start by blocking out the kitchen so the kids can't get in there, right? And then it's just a smaller lap. And then I wait for them to be on the upstairs portion, and I close the gate to the stairs so they're, stuck upstairs. I sit down in front of it. And less room to run, a little less fun, and they start to calm down usually. And then, I just shrink the space a little more and a little more, a little more until they sort of collapse on their bed, and then I read a book until I fall asleep. So I did all that, except as often happens, when little bodies get still, they stop moving, little minds start to race. And that happened this particular evening as well. They went suddenly from playing, happy, laughing, kind of roughhousing, to crying, sobbing on their beds, asking when they could see their mom. This is the unanswerable question. Every kid at the house asks it, and we never really know. Sometimes we have a pretty good guess, but we're never certain. And this time we had no idea. So, what I do, everybody handles the question differently. What I do is I repeat the things that I do know. You're safe. We're going to sleep here tonight. We're going to have some fun tomorrow. Sometimes that's enough, but these kids, it wasn't enough for them. They wanted to call mom tonight, but the paperwork said specifically not to do that. So I told them we couldn't tonight, but tomorrow we'd try to reach the social worker and ask. These kids were pretty savvy about foster care and understood more or less what was going on. They weren't happy with that, but they tolerated it. So I grabbed a Winnie the Pooh book, and they were asleep before I finished the first chapter. Then I slept on the couch downstairs until morning, and my replacement arrived before the kids woke up. And that's what a shift at Skookum House is like. We're always on the lookout for folks who are willing to do that job that I just described once or twice a month. If you are interested, visit skookumkids.org/volunteer, and we will get you all set up. Make a difference in the life of children in need. That sounds like a great New Year's resolution. So again, skookumkids.org/volunteer. Who knows, maybe you'll be on shift with me.